Good morning, or good afternoon, to all you 11th graders out there. My name is Reese Clark. I graduated Severna Park High School in 2015, and I am here to tell you my insignificant story about what has gone on in the past 6 years. When I was going through the whole mock interview process and trying to figure out what I wanted to do later in life, it's tough because you don't really have that real world experience yet. And who are you to be able to say this is exactly what I want to do later in life, right? That's a tough question to answer. So don't stress about it. I definitely did. And part of that is because of pressure put on me from my parents, and other people I looked up to, teachers, the whole school. Like, you got to get into a particular school to do well. Well, I'm here to tell you that you'll be just fine. So don't stress about it. I went to a small school called Queens University in Charlotte, North Carolina. Good school. I doubt many people have heard of it, but that's where I went. I was slightly athletically gifted, not super great or anything, but I played tennis my junior and senior years of high school, and I went and I played my freshman year there. I realized that I'm not going to go pro in any sport, so I stopped and decided to focus on my education because that's what's going to get you far, right? So I was a business major, and took a bunch of finance classes because I wanted to do finance at that point in time in my life. Um, Quickly, I realized that computer science is that's pretty poppin'. And I went to my academic advisors and other people at my school. Was like, where are these computer science classes? I'm not seeing them. So it turns out my school didn't actually offer that. So I went to school thinking one thing, very quickly realized that's not really what I wanted to do. And not that I'm some genius or anything, but it honestly bored me. It's high school math, to be honest. So that stuff you probably already learned in algebra or are learning. It wasn't like I was using anything I learned in AP Calc, right? So this was all high school math, just with little verbiage and terminology um, added onto it. Not super complicated, and that dulled my senses. I was in the unfortunate circumstance of not being able to do what I wanted to do. All this being said, I finished my little finance business degree, and I got the little piece of paper in the picture at graduation, and my mom and dad came and they smiled. All that to say, I'm now doing marketing for a cybersecurity firm, and I have some more of that technical experience, but what I got my degree in has no correlation to what I'm doing now. How I got into this was my senior year. A couple buddies and myself were just really bored during the summer. So we started these little social media, like, niche accounts, and I grew my account from zero to a little under 300,000, and just posting meaningless content for people who want to sit on their phone, um, many of which might be sitting to your left or your right. So I got that little brand recognition working for myself, making some cash, running ads and posting for other people. When I moved back up here from Charlotte, I got in touch with some friends, and lo and behold, this cybersecurity firm needed somebody in marketing. So I have grown our marketing practice. I am their lead for Salesforce and Pardot and a bunch of these other cool, like, sales and marketing tools, which, if you're looking for real world experience, um, look at some of these softwares out there, like Salesforce. That is a real world software that somebody will hire you for, or some of these big data platforms. If you can get in and learn the intricacies of some of these things, you're set. So if that interests you, if some of this more computer sciencey stuff, for me, I'm not really even hands-on doing the really technical portions. So we have an engineering team, and they go through and they implement our compliance and cybersecurity automation tools on top of big data for a software called Splunk that we partner with. And that's great and all. I don't do that. I do the sales and marketing stuff, and I'm doing just fine. They pay me well, and looking back, I would not have said that this is where I would be today. Is this where I want to be down the line? No, but this is this for me. I am 23 and I'm still learning. Right? If your teachers turn to me right now and you're like, Reese, what do you want to do when you grow up? I still don't know. So it's totally fine not to have an answer when you guys are however old you are. I don't have it now, and I've gone to college, gone through all the little application process, and I'm fine. So I wish you guys best of luck. There isn't really anything to stress about at this point in time. Go through. I know you guys have a year left, or if you're in 11th grade, 1 year left. And that will be a really stressful time for you. Don't let it stress you out, because wherever you go to school, it's not the end all be all. You got the rest of your life to make money, make changes, and just have fun with it. That is what life is all about. Because if you're stressing about somebody else's dreams, if your parents are telling you or your teachers are telling you, you got to go to this school, you got to do this, that's somebody else's dream. And if it's not yours, you will never be satisfied. So if I can leave you with one little piece of advice, just do you. And if there are some consequences that come with that, there'll be life lessons that you learned because you made a decision. And at the end of the day, you'll work it all out and you'll be happy. You'll be just fine. So again, thank you for listening to me. I hope I didn't ramble too much, but that's all, folks.